Hello, I'm Karen Hayworth, and today we're going to talk about the importance of reading aloud to your child. Have you ever read to a child and found them fascinated by a story? They were totally engaged in what you were reading. We want our children to be that transfixed every time we read aloud. There are several ways you as a parent can help make this happen. You are your child's first teacher, and reading aloud to your child is a way to have fun and enjoy each other's company. In doing so, you will create a love of books and reading, which will translate to a love of learning. When you read aloud to your child, they see you get excited about reading, and they will get excited about reading as well. Also, when you read aloud to your child, it provides you with a topic of conversation. It can get your child talking, and talking supports the development of your young child's writing and reading skills. By reading aloud to your child, you can help promote their brain development. You are your child's most important teacher. You can also help increase their knowledge. You and your child can learn something new when you read aloud. It also is a great way to increase their language skills. Reading aloud grows your child's vocabulary and introduces many words and concepts that you may not use in your everyday conversation. By reading to your child, you can help promote a love of reading, and you can also help increase their literacy skills. Reading aloud is an invaluable skill for building literacy. Last but not least, by reading aloud to your child, you help create a stronger bond. Is there anything better than sharing a good book with a child in your lap? Children can handle very challenging content, yet the limits of young children's developing word recognition ability make it difficult to provide challenging content in the books they read on their own. Remember, listening levels and reading levels are different. Read easy books with your child. Read more advanced books to your child. Pose questions when reading aloud to children to develop and enhance the meaning they are beginning to construct throughout the reading of a story. Questioning is how we enhance the meaning making and also how a child makes sense of the text. Another good idea is to act out the story using different voices for the various characters within the story. This will provide further entertainment for your child. Think aloud as you read. Say things like, "I don't think that would happen," or "I really hate it when I do that." Get your child's mind thinking of what or how they are feeling during the story. By doing this, you are personalizing the story for your child, making it real to them by infusing it with your own ideas and thoughts. During interactive storybook readings, listeners have opportunities to respond personally within the story. However, it is important to encourage not too much discussion. Use your best judgment and take care to not disrupt the flow of the story. Once you finish the book, help your child understand further by extending their questioning. Encourage your child to ask questions and then connect the events of the book with real-life experiences. Encourage your child to think deeper and use their prior knowledge to take the learning to a higher level. Once you've talked about the book and you feel like your child has a firm grasp of what the story is about, it's a good time to do a little role play. You can take a character and have your child take one too. You all can act out parts of the story and have fun with it. Another great idea would be to illustrate a part of the story. Have your child draw a picture of something that they thought about while you were reading the story to them. There are a ton of great books out there that you can read aloud with your child. Here are a few of my favorites. Commotion in the Ocean is a colorful rhyming book that will take you diving down deep with all the sea creatures. Fish Sleep But Don't Shut Their Eyes is another sea creature book, but this one is non-fictional and gives great facts and information. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle provides a great opportunity for counting as the hungry caterpillar eats his way through his days before becoming a beautiful butterfly. The Big Book of Baby Animals is another great nonfiction book about the day in the lives of little animals. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom is an alphabet rhyme book. What happens when the whole alphabet climbs to the top of the coconut tree? You'll have to read it to find out. A Fish Out of Water by Helen Palmer is a story of Otto, the fish, and a little boy who feeds him too much. Amelia Bedelia is the story of Amelia, whose literal approach to her job almost causes her demise. Curious George is an adventurous story about a man in the yellow hat who takes a monkey from the jungle to live with him. What Do People Do All Day by Richard Scarry is a book that tells us what busy people do every day. They fight fires, fly planes, keep houses, and build roads. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss lets you join the Oncelers in this rhyming tale. Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein is a book of children's poetry. Nuffle Bunny by Mo Williams is a story about Trixie and Nuffle Bunny and their trip to the laundromat. I hope you enjoy these books as much as I do. Pick up one today and read to your child. Read and talk to your child about stories every day. Get a library card and visit the library together. Gather new and exciting books to read aloud. Choose books that are repetitive and full of rhyme, and others that have longer sentences and more complex illustrations. Provide a wide variety of books for you to read aloud, including poetry, real-life stories, fairy tales, fables, magazines, and graphic novels. So now that you have all this new information at your fingertips, why don't you grab a book in a cozy spot and sit down with your child today and read?